Deportiva y con swing.
Deportiva y con swing.
La factoría del deporte desde New York para ti. Es una máquina pensada para ti. Número uno en las redes, dale like y compartir. Con informaciones importantes siempre frescas
Y con entrevistas que te ponen de cabeza.
Lo mejor del deporte lo encontrarás aquí.
Búscale en las redes, dale like y compartir.
Suscríbete,
Ay sí,
infórmate.
ok. Dale a la campana para que te llegue.
Hey, Austin, Jock just shared with us when he showed up into the clubhouse with Steven that it was kind of a little bit quiet and sad. And so he said the goal was to kind of try to bring the mojo back because they didn't want to be a part of that kind of team. So can you share with us how did he help bring the mojo back? And in his words, make you guys play like you are bad MFs.
The pearls. He's Jock for sure. No, he keeps it light. He keeps it, like I said, it was, we were searching for sure. And I think, he comes in and, kind of makes everything light in the clubhouse, in the dugout. Just a really good dude. He's, like I said, he's just Jock. He's he's all over the place. Means really well. Wants the team to win. So, like I said, I think you need one of those guys on your team.
On the far right, Emma.
With this infield defense and the success you've had this year, it seems like there was a particular turning point in May or June with positioning and using the shift more. Can you share anything about that and working on that with Ron Washington?
At the end of the day, I think the goal is to make sure that the pitchers are comfortable with their arsenal when they're throwing their pitches, that we're in the right place, that they feel comfortable, that they can make their pitch and get outs. And it was a little back and forth early in the year of, shifting a lot, not shifting enough. So we just, like I said, it's more one of those things where just talking with the pitchers, they have every right when we're in a shift. If they don't like it, they can move us. Like I said, because at the end of the day, we want them to be comfortable, to be able to feel like they have the confidence to make their pitch. So there wasn't really any specific, thing that we did. It was just, like I said, one of those field things where, it can switch from pitcher to pitcher.
Other questions for Austin? On the second row, right here.
Just wondering, since you've been here, have you had any specific holy crap, I'm in the World Series moments? Just looking around.
Not really, not yet at least. Every time someone says that, a family member or friends like, hey, you're going to the World Series, it's like, yeah, well, I am. It's just, it's crazy. Really to, like I said, the ups and downs that we've had this year to be here, it says a lot about this team.
We're joined by Eddie Rosario, the NLCS MVP, and we're under a bit of a time crunch, so we'll go as fast as we can. The first row.
Hola Eddie, yo quiero saber si has hablado con tu compatriota Carlos Correa y si te ha dicho algo.
No hemos tenido comunicación ninguna con los amigos míos. Yo sé que cuando nos encontremos vamos a tener una buena conversación y sabemos lo que nos esperamos y yo sé que debemos estar ansiosos los dos.
The question was if there's been any communication between him and Carlos Correa, fellow Puerto Rican, and no conversations have been had yet, but he knows that there's going to be a very nice conversation once they meet, when they see each other.
Otra pregunta más, ¿qué aprendieron de esa experiencia con los Dodgers? Ellos pusieron mucha presión.
Creo que fue una de las series mejores que yo he jugado en mi carrera. De verdad que un gran equipo. Derrotamos a uno de los mejores equipos de Grandes Ligas y de verdad que fue duro, pero lo pudimos hacer.
In response to how did you overcome, obviously, facing a team like the Dodgers, who were extremely talented and resilient? It was one of the best series I've ever been a part of in my life. They're a great team, incredibly challenging, but it was something extremely proud to be a part of, to be able to advance and beat them to get to this point.
David in the second row on your right.
Eddie, cuando fuiste cambiado, estabas lesionado, no se sabía cuándo ibas a poder jugar. Venías de un par de temporadas no como las que tú querías y ahora esto. ¿Cómo ha sido la transformación y cómo lo hiciste?
De verdad fue mucho enfoque. Siempre he deseado tener este momento y he pasado por tropezo, por lesiones y eso, como todo pelotero, pero siempre he creído en mí, en que yo sí puedo tener ser el del momento y ayudar a mi equipo en grande. Y creo que aquí me tocó la oportunidad y yo creo que aquí es que tenía que estar para que me sucediera esto.
In response to how you overcame the challenges of being traded after being hurt and obviously struggling first half of the season and then having to rehabilitate and then get back with the team after being traded, it just took a lot of focus. This was something that I've been dreaming for my entire life. It never stopped just because I think I always had faith in myself. I believed in my ability. It had to happen this way. I think I had to be in this opportunity. This sort of opportunity had to present itself, and I had to be here in this moment for everything to happen the way that it did.
I'll do 2 or 3 more. Gabe on your left.
Austin, Ron Washington's helped a lot of guys to Gold Gloves over the course of his career. What specifically is it that he does that connects with you when you work with him? And do you think that's possibly a realistic goal for you down the road?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's, if you're not working for a Gold Glove, I mean, you're always working to be the best. His just ability to pinpoint the very minor things that make big differences when you're trying to catch a ground ball or a bad hop or something, I think is what he's so good about. And just the relationship that he has, it doesn't matter who you are. In spring, he's working with every game. I mean, he's out there from the time the sun comes up till the last infielder comes through. I mean, he's one of those guys that loves the game, loves to work, loves to help the next guy. I think that's, he kind of took me under his wing when I first, when he first came over, and just, he was on me a lot. I had a lot of different, I guess bad habits that, I've created, and, he stayed on me until we finally started correcting them, and finally seeing some improvements. But no, he's the best. I love Ron, and like I said, the ultimate goal is to win a Gold Glove.
I'll do 2 quick ones, Jesse, and then in the back.
Eddie, ¿quién es Héctor Otero y qué significa él para ti y para tu familia? Who is Héctor Otero, and what does he mean to you and to your family?
Héctor Otero fue el scout que me firmó. Él es de Miami, él es boricua también, y siempre hemos sido bien unidos. Hemos tenido una bonita relación en nuestras vidas y siempre ha apoyado y siempre ha creído en mí. Creo que él es parte especial de que esto sucediera en mi carrera.
He was the scout that signed me. He's from Miami, a fellow Boricua, and we've always been connected. We've had a very strong relationship, and our stories are tied together. And he's a big part of the reason of my career. He's always supported me, and he's always encouraged me and been there for me in all these moments. And like I said, I think he's a big reason of why I'm here and a big part of my career.
I'll take the last one on the right in the back.
Eddie, buenas tardes. Eras un niño cuando este equipo llegó por última vez a una serie mundial. ¿Qué significa para ti el estar en esta etapa, en estos momentos, especialmente cuando este equipo nadie lo pronosticaba que estuviera aquí?
De verdad que desde niño yo era fanático de este equipo también, porque era fanático de Javier López, y sé que es un equipo de tradición, y de verdad pertenecer en este momento con este equipo y ayudarlo a traerlo hasta aquí, hasta la World Series, para mí va a significar mucho y siempre va a estar en mi memoria, y estaré agradecido siempre con la organización.
In response to the question of what does it feel like to, the last time the Braves were in the World Series was obviously in the 90s when Eddie was very young, and what does it feel like to be in this position, especially since the team was sort of written off and no one really predicted them they would be here. I was always a big fan of the Braves growing up, particularly because of Javi Lopez obviously being on the team, but it's just a great opportunity to be here. I'm obviously very grateful to the organization for this opportunity. I'm glad things worked out this way, and very, very grateful to be here.
Eddie, Austin, Franco, thanks very much. Appreciate it.